Well, here we are, Watches and Wonders 2023, and we're talking Panerai. Tom, I've always had a soft spot for Panerai. I've had a few in the past. This is one of those brands that has a few hits and misses, but I think this year with a boost of Radiomirs, we're going to see some hits.
Yeah, sounds good.
Let's jump into it. First and foremost, we're seeing a revival of the 8-day Radiomir in two different colours, a murky underwater green and a clearer, perhaps more Côte d'Azur underwater blue. This is the Radiomir Otto Giorni, which is in reference to the 8-day power reserve from the caliber P5000. You get the PAM 01347 and 01348 for the two different dial colours, 100 metres of water resistance, which is fine, I guess, and £8,400. But the real difference here is the Brunetto E-Steel case in 45mm. Do you know what Brunetto is, Tom?
No idea.
Brunetto isn't a preference on Tinder for hair colour. It is Italian for burnished. And what they've done here is they have taken the steel case, PVD coated it, and then brushed it off again to give it that aged look. It reminds me, do you remember going to the museum as a kid with a school and you really wanted the little toy cannon that they had in the gift shop? And it had that aged look to it. Same kind of effect here, but called Brunetto, which I like very much.
I really like it. It's like fake patina, but for your case. It's like fake battle scars.
Yeah.
But I think it's a really cool aesthetic. I really like that. And it really suits the Panerai as well. It's just rugged and it just looks like it's found it at the bottom of the ocean.
It goes alongside the creamy faux aged loom as well. And you're right, it has that overall aesthetic. You know those really popular videos where someone finds something and it's all old looking and they restore it? This feels like midway through that process, where it's just restored enough to not be rusty anymore and leave a stain on your wrist, but before it just becomes too new and polished again. And I know it's not real, but I really like the way it looks. And this, for me, is the Panerai that I like, is that World War II souvenir.
Yeah, me too. I'm very interested in this. How much is it?
It is £8,400, Tom. That's quite punchy.
Oh, well.
If £8,400 isn't enough for you, you can switch it out for the California version, same burnished case, but now with the California dial. Do you know the story of the California dial, Tom?
I'm not getting very California vibes from it, to be honest.
Well, no one really knows the story, is the truth.
Oh.
It is a dial that is split between Roman numerals up top and Arabic numerals down below. The rumour was that it was initially created to
appease the King of California.
To make a dial that is very discernible in dark conditions when you don't know which way is up. But the thing's on your wrist. It's not like you've got your arm the wrong way. You're never going to have that problem. 12 is pretty easily discernible from 6. And as we've seen from many a dive watch in the future, a little triangle up the top and the little baton markers elsewhere is all you need. The other rumour is that it's a marketing prototype for a dial manufacturer to show the different things that they could do. Oh, we can do buttons, look at 12, 6, 3 and 9. We can do Roman numerals, look up top. And we can do Arabic numerals as well. We've got all the different styles and you can show that off in one dial.
So it's like the dial equivalent of the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like carpet samples in a book. But this one will cost you, Tom, £10,600. So a price premium for the privilege of the California dial. But once again, a very handsome looking watch and one that I would feel like quite the hero wearing.
It's very bold, isn't it? I love the green. It really pops against the creamy brown tones of the strap and the numerals. It's very cool.
Tom, if you are not a fan of this and you prefer the complete opposite, smaller, more luxurious, Panerai has also appeased you because they have released the 40 Gold Tech. 40 meaning, I assume, 40, because this is a 40mm case size, and Gold Tech, which means gold, because it's also in gold. Now, this is not your dive watch. This is a 50-metre water resistance. Caliber P900 with the 3-day power reserve, a little bit of a smaller caliber to get into the smaller case, £15,700. It's an odd combination to me. Luxury, polished, very clean, and the Panerai Radiomir case, but it's certainly unique, and I imagine there will be a market for a smaller, more luxurious version of the Radiomir.
Yeah, I think it's working. I'm quite intrigued by it, actually. I think those wire lugs in gold is a very interesting choice. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, they're like luxury boots or something.
Yeah, gold army boots.
I think it would be nicer without the date, but I understand for a more daily usable version of the watch that probably the date is a good idea and they will do better for having it. If I didn't say before, it's £15,700. There are two more Radiomirs that I'd like to draw your attention to, going the complete opposite direction when it comes to complication. This is the Radiomir annual calendar, and it comes in a gold tech and a platinum tech version, the PAM 01363 and 01432. 45mm in gold or platinum, caliber P9010/AC. AC for annual calendar, of course. And you can see all of the things there. You've got the month. Towards the centre, you've got the day, and then you have the date. And around the outside, in a ring, is the months. And it's all in Italian there. I don't know if you can have it in English or if it is all in Italian, but here it's in Italian. And it's very confusing because Ma and Ma are both days and months. For the gold version, you'll be looking to pay £34,800, and for the platinum version, you're going to have to be singing the sweet song of £78,300. If you don't know, an annual calendar is one above just a normal calendar and one below a perpetual calendar, whereby it takes care of all of the months with 30 and 31 days, but you do have to change it in February. It doesn't do that part. So you only have to change it once a year, which is quite handy.
Yeah, so does the calendar wheel around the outside, does that move gradually or does that snap at the end of every month?
It does jump from month to month, but there isn't a quick month set, so you do have to make your way around the months yourself in order to get there. But once you've got there, you only have to nudge it once a year, so set and forget, almost.
Very, very nice. Yeah, obviously, I'm a sucker for smoky blue dials and against the gold there. Beautiful. Obviously, the more complications you add to a watch, the busier it can get on the dial, but I think this is really, really nicely laid out. Again, that distinctive Panerai look, but with a bit of a cool twist.
Yeah, it might borrow a little bit from the methodology that Rolex used with the Sky Dweller by making the months around the outside, but it's had a slightly different execution, which is always interesting to see. But I think my favourites from this year really are the time-only, the rugged-looking barn-find watches. So maybe next year, the Luminor cases in Brunetto. Or perhaps we don't talk about Brunetto. Dear viewer and listener, that is Panerai for this year. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and if you've been enjoying these videos, please do like and subscribe as well. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.